bum 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 bum. Welcome to the show, Trev the Rev, and ain't no vicar. Kachunga, my friends. Time has come to go live. And I'm stretching across because Roz is here and she's brought me a cup of tea when I'm live and had to stretch across the screen to do so. Aruga indeed. Aruga indeed. Here we are. We're going live. So let's come up with the usual advertisement. This video is brought to you by me. And if you'd like the video, please hit the like button. As you can see, before I go any further, in Mortal Kombat style, here's Roz. And there you go. So yes, if you like the video, please hit the like button. And don't forget, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel by hitting the subscribe button. And hit that, if you want to know when these videos are coming out, ring that bell. How's that, Sarah? Ring that bell. Ring. There's enough of my bad singing. That's purely enough of my bad singing. So let's start the show. Let's start this show with the way I like to start this show, by telling some really bad jokes. These jokes are so bad that I should be put behind the prison cell when I've finished it. And someone has joined the show. Someone has joined the show. Please, hello to whoever's joined the show. You're about to start hearing the jokes of the show. Please say hello so I know who it is. I like to know who's talking. Hello, Chris, mate. How you doing? Oi, now be nice. Be nice. Be nice. You got to be nice to my show. God, how you doing, Chris, mate? Have a nice weekend? Good weekend so far? Is Charlotte keeping you under control? You know, keep you under control. So let's start off with these bad jokes then. Right, you tell me what you think, Chris, of these jokes. Why is Peter Pan always flying? Because he never lands. No. How did the Welshman find the sheep in the long grass? Satisfying. That wasn't too bad, was it? What's the best way to cut wood? Whittle by whittle.
God.
Why was the broom late for the meeting? It overswept. What do rappers use in their laundry? Bleach. Roz has gone quiet over there. She's trying not to laugh. She's trying not to laugh. And last but not least, what do you call twins who live together? Roommates. And the crowd goes wild. Brilliant. I love those jokes. I told you they were bad. And there goes the tumbleweed going across the screen. How bad those jokes were. That's how bad jokes are. So, yes, I know it's bad. Now, you may ask me today, Trev, what have you been doing today? Trev the Rev, who is no vicar, what have you been doing today? Well, I've been down the Exeter Spiritual Centre today. I had an open day down there. So I've been running the bric-a-brac store for them, trying to sell the stuff that no one wants. I am no way am I an Arthur Daly or Del Boy. I just there's a book one there. I thought I'd be better suited to that one, but there you go. It's how it goes. But I had a lovely day. Talked to some lovely people. Done some spiritual drawings that appeared on Facebook. But all in all, I was kept in with teas all day, thanks to my lovely lady Roz. Fantastic day. What? What did you say?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, please excuse that. As I said, Roz is just here. and she asked me something, but I found out she wasn't talking to me. She's actually talking to the phone when she's not actually talking to someone on the phone. She's just talking to the phone. You know, I do that myself, but there you go. There you go. There you go. So
Sorry, people, for interrupting. I do apologise.
no, as I said that moving my lips. That's a good trick of mine, eh? I can talk without moving my lips. So yeah, so I'm very, very good. I should be having quiz. I should be having quiz. So, Bazinga. Yeah, just a bit of word out from nowhere. Word out from nowhere. Now, I put on the title for the show, phobias. Phobias, maybe. The reason I've done that is I've been thinking about what to talk about today, and all of us, we're all human. I like to think we're all human. As the old thing goes, we're all human in one way or another. But I know I'm from Mars. But it it makes you think that we all have things that, and not me, obviously myself included. We all have things that we're not just scared of. These are things that it's a phobia, and these are things that trigger something in your mind that makes you panic, and the way it reacts is it can act in so many ways, so many different ways. Oh, and before I go any further, let me know what you think of this particular video. I'm not on about the content, as in the talking. I'm on about the don't talk about. I'm on about. I've been told sometimes that the screen pixels. Now, this is, I believe, was down to the Wi-Fi unit that I work with not being fast enough to keep up with the video. So what I need, and someone's back. Hello again. And what I'd like to know if it's still pixelating on the screen because I've got a new Wi-Fi box with faster thing to make it work better, make the video better. So let us know if the screen's any better than what it used to be. I can't get any better than what I am at the moment, but let us know anyway. Let us know what you think. So yes, phobias. Going back to what I was saying. Now I'll start with me, and those who are watching, if you have got a phobia against something, and this is serious, not piss ass joking about phobias. If you want to talk about them, we can talk about them, Mr. Person. This is a perfect a perfect time to do so. Now I will start with mine. Mine isn't what I thought it was. Now, no. When I was young, I remember going into hospital. I fell out of a hedgerow or something, and I cut my knee badly. Was it my knee?
Mm-hmm.
No, it wasn't my knee. No, that was later on. I'd done something to myself. I was in hospital for a couple of weeks, and whilst I was only about 11 or 12, and when I was in there, I had one of these drip things put into my arm. And every time my darling little sister came to visit me with my mum and dad, she'd investigate it. And it's not her fault. In no way is it her fault. I want that put now. I do not blame her. But every time she pulled it out, 2 weeks of this needle being pulled in and out of my arm it gave me a phobia. Well, I believe it wouldn't give me the phobia. It was a trigger for the phobia. And I find it very difficult, even nowadays, to have a needle put in my arm, especially if it goes into an open wound. I really go off the nail, and people see me get angry at work. And it's nothing. Honestly, God, I once, when I was about 20, 21, no, I was younger than that, about 18, 19, I fell into a ditch and then cut my knee open across the artery. And there's blood gushing out of my knee, blushing out, And I was taken to hospital, and they were trying to put a needle in the wound so they could sew it up. Now, normally it's not a problem for most people. needle goes in, leg goes numb, sewn up, biff, bap, boo, sorted. But for me, my phobia kicked in, and I sort of panicked. And it's no exaggeration when I say there was about 16 to 18 doctors and nurses around this bed trying to get this needle in my knee, and I was flipping around like um, a, a chihuahua high on catnip, and chihuahua high on catnip. I've just had an image of a chihuahua in my head, jumping around like a Mexican bean, high on catnip, going. So yeah, yeah. So yeah, they couldn't get the needle in my knee. They couldn't do it because I was moving about so much. And I remember my dad in the background going, "Give me the needle, I'll stick it in him." And he was soon evacuated from the room. And eventually, I was put under gas because they couldn't get the needle anywhere near me. But that's an example of my phobia. And I've always been nervous when needles come near my arm. I had a blood test done about 2, 3 years ago. And even then, it took two nurses and the lady Roz to,
Yes, this is no lie.
to do this. But as time's gone on, I've actually found and discovered my phobia isn't needles entering into my body. What the phobia is things going into my body. And no, when I say things, I know what you're thinking. It's not that at all. When I say things, I mean things like, for another example, I had my eyes tested for the first time, and they had to put an air into my eye, and I couldn't do it. I kept pulling back because I wouldn't let them do it because that fear thing coming. Oh, that's on my eye. Look, I'm on my eye. A bit of air may actually hurt my eye. No. So and then that caused another problem because I then had to have eye drops put on my eye. And I don't know if you ever watched Friends, where Rachel has to put eye drops in her eye and she won't do it. She's like, ooh, 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 ooh. That was me. I was down the local surgery for about half an hour to put eye drops in my eye. And eventually it did go in, but half an hour just for eye drops in. Oh, it's an absolute nightmare. No. So yeah, it's something I discovered. I actually found this out through my spiritual side of myself. That's why I found all this stuff out. For some reason, my phobia is things going into my body, and I can control it if, like the blood test. I know I said there were two nurses and Roz, but I didn't panic. I was just very kept pulling away. Um, but I remember once my head was cut open. I think someone smacked a bottle on me or something when I was younger, and I got hospital. Have that dealt with. But because it's there on the bald head, and I couldn't because I was sitting down, and she come from behind me. I couldn't see the needle, and that way the phobia didn't kick off because I didn't see the needle going in. It's only when I see it coming that I start to panic. And then one point, I actually said to her, "When are you going to start doing the sewing up?" And she said, "Oh, I've done it." I was like, "What? Already? You've done it already?" She, yeah, yeah. So that shows you how much your mind can react on this sort of thing. So let me know. I mean, I know there's no one watching at the moment, and I'm talking to myself, and because I'm talking to myself, this topic of what I wanted to talk about isn't going to work as well because there's no one out there to tell me the phobias you got. Roz has got a phobia. She's scared of kissing my feet. She says they smell too much.
If you would actually seriously like to know, I have actually got a phobia.
So please, Roz, you're on here,
And
if you don't mind.
I have actually got a phobia of masks over my face. Now, I discovered this what made me have the phobia is from when I was about 9 years old, and I went to the dentist. And at that time,
Now, before she goes further, let me say no one likes a dentist. No one likes a dentist. I don't know why. but no one likes dentists. And continue.
At that time, I was 9 years old, went over there with my dad, I think it was, who took me to the dentist at the time. School dentist, had to go for a tooth extraction, I believe it was. And I didn't know that I was going to be having gas. And they just come over to me and the mask was on my face. That was it. Out. Knew nothing about it. The mask again. I didn't know anything about it. And to this day, I've always said if they'd approached me and said, "Oh, we're just going to put this mask on your face, make you feel a little bit sleepy, you're going to sleep," I could have coped with it. I would have been fine with it. But because I knew nothing about it, they didn't say a word about it. That's what made me then afterwards, when if I've ever gone into hospital or anything like that, I've always had to say, if I wake up, do not let me wake up with a mask over my face, otherwise I will freak out, panic. But if I know about the situation, I'm fine.
Thank you. That was very meaningful for you to share that with us. It's really appreciated. So, everyone out there, please say thank you to Roz in your. What did I say? And that's another example of how phobias can come in. I mean, so for Roz, it was the mask being put on. Now, I will say, I'll put my hands up, and I thought the story was slightly different. I thought the story was she woke up with the halfway through the operation with the mask on her face, wasn't it? So I got the story that wrong, and I think that's worse than the version I thought of. So there you go. So it shows you that everyone has phobias about something. But I do think she doesn't like smelling my feet for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know what. I must say, I don't think I want to kiss my feet, to be quite honest.
I was going to say,
I'd
try
have to
kissing
break
your
my
own feet.
kneecaps if I did that. Yeah.
I'll just detach my foot a minute.
Yeah, then screw it back on again. Goes to the body shop for a new leg. Meow, meow. So yes, if you want to contribute and write a message on this video, even if you don't watch it live, you can do this. Just go into the messages and let us know what you think. Unfortunately, we didn't have people on actually talking to us. Because I did want reaction from people. So let's go other ways. We'll come off that subject now for a little bit. And we'll talk about something else. Now, what shall we talk about? What shall we talk about? I know. I want to say congratulations. Congratulations and celebrations for something I'm about to going to say. Congratulations to the England cricket team. We won something. Was it cricket? Yeah. I thought I I thought I was wrong about something then. No, I mean it. I will say I'm not a fan of cricket. I'm not a big fan of cricket. It's not the most interesting sport that I like to watch, but nevertheless, England won something. We actually won something. Woo! Woo! So yeah, congratulations to the England cricket team. Well done. Well done. In times like that, when we can honestly say we are proud to be British. Proud to be British. Now, all we got to do now is do something about Boris Johnson. Yeah. That's a scary thought. I've mentioned this from time to time. Boris Johnson as Prime Minister. And that red button doesn't really give good thoughts, does it? Doesn't give good thoughts. So yeah, so as I said, well done. Also, the women's football team did well. We didn't win, unfortunately, but they did extremely well. I believe they got to the quarterfinals. I believe, could be wrong. I'll also like to say well done to What?
Donna. Donna.
Yes. Well done to one of my listeners, one of my viewers, Donna Pagliaro. I think I pronounced that name properly. She passed all her exams, and she's now officially a primary school teacher. Yeah, she's teaching primary school kids. What's the first lesson she's going to teach them? Why are you scared of spiders? If it moves, why am I scared of it? Phobias. And kids who are watching this video, don't forget to bring the apple for teacher Donna. Teach Donna, bring her an apple, because an apple a day keeps a doctor away. And thinking about it, a banana a day keeps a doctor away. Pineapple a day, that keeps a doctor away. Peach, that keeps a doctor away. A brick, that keeps a doctor away. Brick, anything you throw at a doctor is going to keep him away. He ain't going to hear you if you throw it at him. You know, this is the marshmallow. He's not bothered by marshmallows. They sort of bounce off. Boing. I know it's another bad joke, another bad pun as it goes. As it goes, bad pun. Because I'm the pun master. Pun master. And you, pun master. So yeah, so that's. I think I covered all of them. I was going to say well done to the chap who won Wimbledon. I can't. I would say his name, but I kind of can't pronounce it. Ross might be able to tell me what his name was.
It wasn't Federer.
No, it wasn't Federer. If it's Federer, I better pronounce
Djokovic.
that. That's the one. Djokovic. Well done, Djokovic. Djokovic for winning Wimbledon. But well done to Federer as well, because it wasn't an easy match to win. It was a long day knockout game. Well done to the both of them for bringing back, making tennis entertaining again. And I mean, I remember the good old days where John McEnroe would play, and every 2 minutes, like, they're moving out. There is Joe Dust. There is Joe Dust. I mean, he was like annoying and drove the umpire nuts. In fact, there's a record called The Umpire Strikes Back, and that was about John. That him. It was about him, and the song was like a rap tune, I think, if memory serves me correct. And it's basically him going, there was chalk dust, there was chalk dust, there was chalk dust. And it ended up with the umpire shooting lasers at it and going, the Empire Strikes Back. I know that was a bit of Mickey Dick style as well, I think. But that was the song. Honestly, there was a song called The Empire Strikes Back or something like that. Yeah, I've got it on my phone, I swear, somewhere. I can't find it. But yeah, so that was entertaining in those days. Different time. There was the days before the old photographic evidence, the photo, the build. I mean, we're going to sport now, won't we? And what other sport would you classify as boring to watch? I know it may not sound. I mean, me personally, I've mentioned tennis. I don't really enjoy watching tennis. I can't watch cricket because they hit the ball and it disappears somewhere, and you don't see it until someone catches it. Golf, I find boring because they hit the ball and again it disappears. And the only time I find golf entertaining is when it goes in the water. In the water. And the bloke puts his hand in the water to put it out, and that comes a crocodile attached to it. You know, or it goes in the sandpit, and there's a kid in the sandpit making castles whilst he's trying to hit the ball. So that'll make it interesting. Don't you think they should make an 18-hole crazy golf course with the size of a normal golf course? Can you imagine all the things they could put in to stop the ball getting to the hole? I mean, it would get away with the hole in one and people like a hole in 21. I mean, we had trouble at normal crazy golf course, let alone the golf course in the mass of a normal golf course. I mean, it's a so yeah. So there's golf, tennis, snooker. You see, this is where there's two that are side by side. Snooker, I don't mind watching bits and pieces, but I couldn't watch the whole thing because can get a bit after a while. After, but pool and nine ball, I love watching because that's more fast. There's no doing snooker, get out snooker, put the ball safe, which goes on for about 2.5 hours until someone gets out of the position. Pool, it's done, dusted, sorted. Yeah, I can watch pool until the cows come home. Honestly, I can watch pool, but I prefer my nine ball, otherwise known as American pool, that or billiards. No, not billiards really, because billiards is a different thing entirely. But I do enjoy watching nine ball. That's a good sport I like to watch. What else can another sport I love to watch, and the only place I can watch this is on YouTube, YouTube, and that's American baseball. I love baseball. Now, for some reason, like cricket, they hit the ball and the ball vanishes. But the time between hitting the ball and then somebody getting so quick, you don't really cap on it. And another reason it's due to films like Major League, League of Their Own, The Littlest Thingy Bob, Thingamajig, The Field of Dreams. And it's through those that I developed a love of baseball. I love a baseball. So yeah, I might even watch some tonight actually after we finish on this. After I finish watching this on air, I might actually go and watch some baseball. Yeah, might as well. Might as well. So, what do you think of that? What are your sports you like? What sports you? I know some of my viewers are very big on UFC and Ultimate Fighting Championship. Now, I like wrestling. Don't like UFC. Don't like boxing either. Now, you may say, how can you watch wrestling but don't watch boxing and UFC? It's because wrestling. Let's say everyone knows this. Wrestling is I don't want to say the word fake. It's orchestrated. The whole thing's orchestrated. The people who wrestle don't really dislike each other. They know each other behind the scenes, within reason, and the match itself was all choreographed, worked out, and they know who's going to win and lose before the match. Now, it's because of that that I enjoy watching it. I actually term wrestling as a male soap opera. Now, 2 seconds. My phone is buzzing because a friend of mine is ringing me on the phone whilst I'm on air. So I'm going to have to pass this to Roz and get Roz to speak to Matt. No, he won't now because he's gone off air now. He's gone now. See, it's live. You can tell it's live and things like that happen on air. And I'll tell him off in a minute. He knows I go air at 6 o'clock. So.
You might have been ringing because of a phobia.
He might have been ringing because of the phobia. It might be very, very true. So it's now been going on for half an hour. So I'm going to be teeing off now. So I'll go away with my usual farewell speech. My farewell speech, which is hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. Not necessarily on live feed. If you've watched a back copy of the video, hit that like button. Hit it, please. And also, subscribe. If you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button, and you do so by hitting the word subscribe. And when you want to know when the next video is coming out, and you want to be told, just be like Quasimodo and ring the bell. Ding dong, the bell. And the most important thing I can ask you to do, the most important thing I can ask you to do is tell your friends about this video. Word of mouth. You cannot believe how important word of mouth is. The more people I can get the views, the more things I'll be able to do in the future. I have plans for this. As I said before, I want to get more animation on this to make it more funnier. Blankety blank, blankety blank, blankety blank, blankety blank, blankety blank, blankety blank, blankety blank. Chibble up, my friends. It's Tread the Rev signing off, and I ain't no thicker.